situation of the cloud kitchen. So hari ini kita sangat gembira dapat menjemput dua tetamu kita yang istimewa ya, yang membawakan jenama yang tidak asing lagi kepada kita, iaitu jenama Secret Recipe dan juga KFC. So mewakili Secret Recipe, kita hari ini telah menjemput Mr. Patrick Sim. Mr. Patrick Sim, tengah izin ya, is currently leading the frontline growth of the organization of Secret Recipe, where he oversees the sales and operations, training, marketing, information technology, franchising, business development, and also leasing and design and renovation. He has 8 years of experience in the field of food and beverage business, working alongside with the brands that they own, such as Secret Recipe, Hokkaido Baked Cheese Tart, and Red Lobster. So Patrick seems to enjoy the different aspects of leading the business, especially in terms of innovation, creativity, collaborations, and brand building. All right, so welcome, Patrick.
Thank you, Derek.
Okay, so the next one we have it's our friend from KFC, the brands that we know. Cik Anwar is Razmi. Cik Anwar is actually a food enthusiast, yeah, and very professional F&B industry players for many years, specializing in corporate and business strategy. He's experienced for more than 15 years in the restaurants industry, and whether it's franchise or non-franchise across the USA, Middle East, and also Southeast Asia. So currently, he's the lead of Group Corporate Strategy of QSR Brands Malaysia Holding Berhad, which is the master developer and operator of KFC and Pizza Hut Malaysia, Singapore, Brunei, and Cambodia. So welcome, Anwar.
Thank you. Terima kasih, Derek.
Alright, so hari ni kita I will be using dual language lah. So if possible, it will be a casual. Try to be less casual, but we will address some of the concerns and also the future looking of the issues that we're going to talk about. So hari ini kita akan ceritakan tentang cloud kitchen. So cloud kitchen sebelum COVID, semasa COVID dan juga selepas COVID. So maybe we will start from Patrick. So boleh tak Patrick ceritakan sedikit perkembangan terbaru Secret Recipe dan jenama-jenama Patrick dalam perkembangan these few years, especially during COVID. Apakah perkembangan terbaru?
Okay, terima kasih, Derek. So, selamat petang lah kepada semua para hadirin dekat Zoom, dekat web dan juga Mr. Anwar. Ya, so saya mau mungkin beritahu sikit tentang Secret Recipe dahululah. So, kita ni ditubuhkan pada tahun 1997. Dulu di SS2 lah oleh Datuk Steven, kita punya founder, dan sekarang kita ada 330 outlet dekat Malaysia, di mana 45% adalah run by us dan 55% adalah franchise. Dan pada tahun 2016 kita telah menubuhkan Hokkaido Baked Cheese Tart, ya, mendapat satu sambutan yang bagus dekat market. Dan sekarang kita ada 100 lebih lah dalam region ini, dan kita ada expand dekat international juga, di mana kita di negara-negara seperti Singapura, Indonesia, Thailand, Vietnam, Australia, dan baru-baru ini perkembangan kita telah buka di New York, USA lah, ya. So kita quite proud to carry the Malaysian flag untuk brand-brand Malaysia to expand overseas. Tahun ini dan juga tahun lepas kita mengalami pandemik lah. So memang susah untuk retail dan F&B, di mana kita telah mengalami 3 MCO dan dine-in juga kena tutup lah. So kita kena lebih rely kepada delivery. So satu perkembangan yang kita buat, kita fokus lebih banyak kepada digitalization, digital transformation, di mana kita telah launch kita punya app sendiri pada tahun ini. So app ini sebenarnya satu membership dan loyalty app, di mana kita memberi banyak manfaat kepada pelanggan-pelanggan kita lah. Bila mereka sign up, boleh mendapat satu welcome gift. So sekarang kepada semua peminat SR, kita ada 50% off untuk slice cake ya bila you sign up as a new membership. Ini marketing team saya cakap mesti mau cakap. So boleh dapat free coffee, ada discount voucher juga bila you sign up. Lepas itu bila mereka spend dekat Secret Recipe, mereka boleh mendapat points. So ini satu cara-caranya kita mendapat customer kita lebih come back to our outlet lah, more and more. Dan juga dengan app memang senang, mereka cuma perlu download dekat phone. Lepas itu because delivery sangat penting kan, sekarang customer kita boleh order delivery through app ini. Kita panggil ini SR Go lah. So mereka boleh buat delivery, mereka juga boleh order pick up. Cause sekarang ada customer dia mau senang sikit lah. Dia order pick up, dia boleh pick specific time dia mau pick up. Then apabila pergi outlet, dia cuma boleh pick up. So pembayaran boleh buat secara digital sudah. Ya, selain itu boleh dapat berita-berita macam promotion apa yang launch baru dekat app inilah. So inilah satu perkembangan yang penting bagi kita mau digitalize business lebih lah.
Okay, thank you Patrick. So tanya sebab telah membawa jenama Malaysia ke New York dengan first outlet ya.
Sudah ada 3 outlet dekat sana ya.
Oh, okay, that's very good. Alright,
Terima kasih.
so kita pun tahu dengar tadi just now Patrick talk about like SR Go. SR Go ialah aplikasi loyalty program untuk customer. So saya rasa itu adalah satu perkembangan yang baru di industri F&B dan I think dia start sebelum perancangan tu. Adakah dia start sebelum pandemik COVID ataupun semasa pandemik COVID untuk melancarkan aplikasi loyalty ini?
Okay, sebenarnya ini loyalty app memang kita telah buat dahulu, tapi kita mau upgrade lah. Sebenarnya kita ada buat satu e-wallet Secret Recipe, saya ingat mungkin 4 tahun dahulu. Tapi kita rasa ini masih tidak, not going with the times lah, ya, orang kata. So kita mau upgrade, kita launch app yang baru, so kita transfer member yang baru kepada app baru. But ini memang kita dah plan lah, tapi dengan delivery, bila pandemic happen, then okay lah, kita ada idea, okay lah, kita lebih baik kita make it easy for our customer. Dalam app ini dia boleh buat apa-apa semua lah. Pembayaran, through e-wallet, through apa-apa, dapat membership. So everything all in one, dia boleh buat through the app lah, senang sikit.
Okay, so kita akan berbalik kepada Patrick sebentar lagi ya tentang SR Go ni, how do you impact the Club Kitchen. So balik pada kita pergi pada Cik Anwar ya. So Cik Anwar, dalam perkembangan terbaru KFC, adakah ada jenama baru ataupun Pizza Hut, apa perkembangan terbaru dua jenama ni?
Alright, Assalamualaikum and salam sejahtera, selamat petang, good afternoon to all our viewers on Zoom. First of all, terima kasih kepada pihak Malaysian Francais Association dan also KBNHP kerana menganjurkan webinar pada hari ini, and for the invitation myself and my colleagues here for today to discuss on our topic Cloud Kitchen. So perkembangan terbaru bagi kami seperti yang dinyatakan oleh my colleague Patrick tadi is kita semua dalam F&B globally, not just in Malaysia, impacted a lot by this pandemic. Dengan lockdown, beberapa lockdown MCO yang telah dijalankan, I believe semua orang either besar atau kecil adalah terkesan secara langsung atau tidak langsung dengan pandemik ini. Jadi the way that I see it, what we have learned so far, dah dekat nak 2 tahun pandemik ini dan lockdown berterusan, is that kita telah belajar banyak benda. Sebagai sebuah organisasi, sebagai jenama, the brand, that we are actually resilient. You know, kita tidak mudah mengalah and kita cepat adapt to the new norm. Yeah, and I think my colleague can concur on this. Bila pandemic happen or lockdown happen, I think semua orang terkejut. Memang tak kita sangka pandemik ini terjadi dengan cepat, kan? Terkesan pada kita semua. So what happened was we had to react to the market, and things had to change very suddenly, and now it has become a norm. You know, 2 years has passed, and alhamdulillah sekarang kita dah ekonomi dah buka, dining dah dibenarkan, tapi still ada setengah isu ataupun cara consumers membeli atau cara kita makan, gaya hidup kita still sama macam during kita pandemik. Contohnya macam delivery, and apa yang kita akan bincangkan hari ni, cloud kitchen, semua tu bukan terdetik dari pandemik ini. I mean, these are all have been occurred prior to the pandemic, but it has accelerated these trends in the consumer, not just in Malaysia but globally. So I believe that all of us, the brands or organization, especially in F&B, they need to adapt to these new trends, and I think react to it and decide either if this should be the way moving forward or not. And hopefully with today's topic we can learn more about cloud kitchen, definitely. Yeah.
Ya, so setakat ni di Malaysia kita mempunyai berapa kedai KFC?
KFC sekarang in total di Malaysia ada approximately about 800, and Pizza Hut ada about 300 plus almost.
Wow.
Yeah, so that's just in Malaysia, but then as mentioned, kami juga mempunyai KFC dan Pizza Hut di Singapore, Brunei and also Cambodia. So total about 1,300.
1,300. Okay. So sebenarnya topik kita hari ini adalah berkenaan dengan cloud kitchen. So mungkin Cik Anwar boleh terangkan sedikit lah apakah itu cloud kitchen dan apakah perbezaannya cloud kitchen, dark kitchen ataupun virtual kitchen yang kita selalu dengar.
Alright, great question. Saya suka soalan ni sebab I think most of our viewers also would like to know, and based on my knowledge and experience, where saya pernah before saya di QSR, KFC and Pizza Hut, saya develop our own cloud kitchen di Bangkok. So untuk pengetahuan tuan-tuan dan puan-puan viewers, the cloud kitchen konsep ni bukan konsep yang baru, ya. As I mentioned, konsep ni dah ada even sebelum, maybe if you go back 10 to 20 years back, dah ada tapi tak mainstream. And disebabkan pandemik yang berlaku globally, that's why now it's being ramai orang berkata or know about this concept. Now, what is cloud kitchen? As we know, kalau even if you Google, you will see cloud kitchen, virtual kitchen, dark kitchen, ghost kitchen. What does it mean? Honestly, it's all the same. The concepts are the same, but they have many names or multiple names. That's the truth. And if there is no finite definition of what is cloud kitchen, because pada pandangan saya, cloud kitchen has evolved. You know, macam based on the name itself. Maybe initially, several years back, kenapa dia dinamakan dark atau ghost kitchen is because customers you cannot see where your food is coming from, you know. So a brand would open a shop and then have a delivery concept, and it's once you order the food, then it will be sent to the customer. So which is why they call it dark kitchen, because you tak nampak mana kitchen you, or that's why they call it ghost kitchen. But what we have seen now, there's banyak model dalam cloud kitchen ni, which is why sometimes susah untuk kita ada specific I would say category or box that we can put into, because now kita akan ada several format or hybrid format of the model of the cloud kitchen itself, where yang kita mungkin ada masa Patrick and I can explain further lah. But then again, that's intentionally the definition of it's. So don't be afraid if you see what's dark kitchen, cloud kitchen. It's all the same. It's just the names are different.
Right. So maybe as a summary ataupun recap apa yang Cik Anwar cakap tadi, cloud kitchen ataupun ghost kitchen dan dark kitchen is actually a terminology yang sama. Maksudnya sama, ya.
Betul.
Seperti yang dikatakan adalah satu premise ataupun satu area where the pengusaha makanan dan minuman tu melakukan food production, menyediakan makanan, dan makanan tersebut akan di-deliver atau take away oleh delivery riders ataupun customer sendiri. dan tiada dine-in. I think that is a basic concept of what is cloud kitchen is all about lah. Okay, so Cik Anwar, so KFC ataupun grup KFC ada tak cloud kitchen?
For us, kami tak menuju ke arah cloud kitchen because of for some reasons. But then again, saya nak ketengahkan, it doesn't necessarily mean that if the big brands such as us tidak menggunakan cloud kitchen that ia tidak ada kesan positif. Because in my opinion, pada pandangan saya, bila saya tengok industri cloud kitchen ni daripada US, daripada Timur Tengah, Middle East and also ASEAN in general, cloud kitchen is a concept is not suitable for everyone. That's my honest opinion. As a brand organization, I think kita perlu analyze or look into what we want and definitely identify if the cloud kitchen concept is for us or not. I mean that's my opinion.
Alright, maksudnya bukan semua produk sesuai untuk di cloud kitchen.
Betul.
Okay, tak apa. Kita akan berbincang kembali lagi ya. So balik pada Cik Patrick, saya rasa secret recipe adalah jenama pertama atau jenama yang terawal di Malaysia yang telah ada central kitchen ya. So ada juga I think ramai yang kita tak faham ke tak keliru tentang cloud kitchen versus central kitchen, apa perbezaannya. So boleh tak Cik Patrick mungkin ceritakan apa tentang central kitchen yang secret recipe ada dan apakah fungsinya dan perbezaan dengan cloud kitchen?
Okay, sure Derek. Okay, saya ceritakan tentang central kitchen dahululah. So central kitchen ini sebenarnya dibina untuk support beberapa outlet yang you ada dekat retail lah ya. So idea ni kita sudah ada sejak kita ada mungkin 5-6 outlet lah. So central kitchen kita sekarang support I think lebih kalau dekat peninsula lebih 200 lebih outlet lah. Di mana dia akan buat production, misalnya saya rasa orang tahu tentang kek kita lah. So sebenarnya kek kita semuanya produce dekat satu tempat. Reason for this is kita mau buat consistency. Kita juga save cost. Kita tidak mau semua retail outlet kita mau buat kek sendiri. So kena buat oven sendiri, kena buat ni sendiri. Nanti you pergi Kedah makan lebih manis, pergi Pahang makan tak sama. So kita mau consistency dan juga penting bagi kita juga halal lah ya. Halal certification yang kita ada dekat Central Factory. So bukan kek saja, kita boleh tolong kita punya kitchen di mana kita boleh buat banyak prep punya food preparation lah punya kerja. Misalnya buat sauce, misalnya buat pre-cooking sikit atau mungkin portioning untuk outlet di mana outlet dia boleh fokus masak sajalah. Dia tak payah fokus prepare ni, prepare na, dia fokus masak sebab kita mau cut down time juga ya untuk mereka. Labor dekat F&B memang bukan senang lah. Kita selalu ada challenges untuk labor. So sebenarnya besides that, kita juga boleh reduce rental sebab kita tak payah outlet yang begitu besar lah ya. Kitchen tak payah begitu besar, kita dah cut banyak benda. So ini some of the few benefits lah, manfaat ada central kitchen. Di mana kita boleh sediakan makanan. So selain itu kita gunakan central kitchen juga sebagai satu B2B lah. Kita buat business dengan actually brand-brand lain. Misalnya kalau para hadirin tahu you pergi dekat Mac Cafe, actually ini kek kita lah, secret recipe. Dia buat branding kita juga. So kita boleh cakap lah. So ini something we're very proud lah to be able to supply to McDonald's international brand. Bukan senang. Kita kena make sure central kitchen kita ada boleh pass semua dia punya quality test, halal test. Ini semua benda lah. So bukan senang lah. Mungkin ya masa depan kita boleh supply ke QSR juga. Dekat KFC dan Pizza Hut. Saya mau ambil peluang lah cakap macam ni. Yeah. So that's a central
Bagus,
kitchen
bagus.
lah, beza sikit dengan cloud. Tapi ada orang boleh gunakan central kitchen sebagai cloud jugalah. Kalau you ada lokasi yang strategik di mana you tahu like, surrounding area memang ada orang order banyak delivery, ya tak salah mau gunakan sebagai cloud kitchen juga. Ya.
Okay, I think yang itu adalah soalan saya dan Patrick sudah jawab. Sebenarnya central kitchen pun boleh digunakan sebagai cloud kitchen kalau ada facilities yang sedia ada dan ada demografik yang tertentu yang membolehkan penghantaran makanan tersebut daripada central kitchen ya. So Patrick, what about cloud kitchen? When we talk about cloud kitchen, does Secret Recipe has your own cloud kitchen as well? I mean, do you have another brand or similarly trying to produce cloud kitchen to other location as well?
Okay, so saya mau explain sikit lah tentang cloud kitchen dekat Secret Recipe. So cloud kitchen dekat Secret Recipe beza sikit daripada cloud kitchen yang memang full cloud kitchen dia buat. So bila pandemik kita fikirlah macam mana kita mau buat kitchen kita mau lebih efficient atau lebih produktif sebab during pandemic kita punya dine in tak ada lah. So kita lost out banyak sales dekat sana. So kita mau utilize kita punya existing kitchen dekat retail yang kita ada lah. Ada tempat yang lebih strategik untuk delivery. So kita bekerja dengan food aggregator seperti Grab di mana kita boleh letak kita punya cloud kitchen sana lah. So branding macam lain di mana kita serve makanan yang lain jugalah, something different tapi gunakan kitchen yang kita sedia ada lah. So investment memang tak banyak, kita kena buat R&D sikit tentang itu tapi gunakan kitchen yang sama. Di mana kita boleh jual Secret Recipe punya makanan tapi kita boleh add on different kind of cuisine lah, ya, gunakan kitchen yang sama, equipment yang sama, orang yang sama. So this is what we do tapi sekarang bila dine-in dah buka kita find it banyak challenging lah untuk fokus terlalu banyak brand dalam satu kitchen. So sekarang kita lebih fokus kepada Secret Recipe lah. Ya. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you. So, Cik Anwar, so kalau kita nak memulakan satu cloud kitchen seperti yang Patrick mentioned just now, what do you think is the basic requirements sebuah jenama tersebut perlu ada untuk dia membina sebuah cloud kitchen?
Okay. One thing that kita perlu faham, kita tengok dari dua perspektif ya. Jika pengusaha itu ada satu brand, if you have a restaurant, you can either do two things. Either expand your brand through cloud kitchen, which is you enter or rent a unit within an existing cloud kitchen, or gunakan strategi cloud kitchen concept or format to expand your growth. So there's two perspective to it. You know, in my opinion, pada pandangan saya, yang paling penting untuk sesuatu brand to identify if it's right for you is to do a proper feasibility study of if the cloud kitchen concept is right for you. Because again, with any approach, apa-apa strategi, growth strategy yang kita mahukan untuk our brand, an accurate feasibility study is necessary to identify if that strategy or approach or path is the right way to do it. Yeah, and it's actually pretty easy. I mean, banyak usahawan selalu SMEs, they see this and they find it, or they see it as a difficult thing to do. But saya sendiri pernah reach out to a few local cloud kitchen companies in Malaysia and do my own feasibility study in terms of kalau if saya ada satu brand, boleh tak saya open dekat cloud kitchen ni, boleh saya dekat Kuala Lumpur contohnya, dekat PJ. So because from there you can analyse if this is what you want for your brand. you know. So yang paling penting, back to your question, is number one is a thorough or accurate feasibility study is important, financial feasibility study. And number two is to ensure that the lokasi yang kita mahukan itu adalah bersesuaian dengan our demographic. And apa yang saya lihat, again, cloud kitchen konsep ni agak baru di Malaysia, walaupun di Amerika or Middle East or even in Indonesia dah berkembang dengan lagi maju daripada kita. But di Malaysia sekarang, apa yang saya nampak banyak tertumpu pada Lembah Kelang area, Klang Valley area. So if your business or your food business wants to expand in specific areas within the Klang Valley, for example, if you want to penetrate, kalau nak masuk kepada market in Mont Kiara, so there's one cloud kitchen in Mont Kiara that you can approach and rent out. So I mean, to me, those are the things that you can do sebagai usahawan or business owner. The first step that you can do to make sure that if it's right for you or not, you know.
So thank you. No, I think one of the point that you mentioned just now, I think dengan izin so I think it's easier for me to ask this question. So you mentioned that location, a strategic location, one of criteria that you will consider whether to set up a proper cloud kitchen or not.
Yes.
But having operating 800 stores of KFC in Malaysia alone, I'm sure your location or strategic location choices has been everywhere. I mean, almost very conveniently everywhere. So how do you advise those that all of us that we don't have that numbers of restaurants yet, but we want to use cloud kitchen to penetrate certain markets? Is there an advice for us to say that there's like every 10 kilometers away you can find one KFC. So when we do a cloud kitchen, is there a benchmark or a kilometer radius that you think we should be considering? Or
Okay. First of all, I think as I mentioned, cloud kitchen di Malaysia agak awal, is still in an infancy stage. So there's not that many players in the market. To me, there's still opportunity, banyak lagi opportunity for growth, for the cloud kitchen and locations to expand. And insyaAllah saya rasa pada tahun ini dan pada tahun depan kita akan lihat banyak lagi cloud kitchen yang akan buka di Malaysia, especially di Kuala Lumpur and Klang Valley area. My advice is definitely you cannot be like tak boleh compare ke KFC because kami berada di mana-mana. So again, I think what's important is kita kena ingat bahawa one of the concept that Patrick mentioned as well, cloud kitchen ni dia banyak dependent kepada delivery area and ada dia punya radius that it can cater to. You know, typically but apa yang saya lihat is between 3 to 5 kilometers. Maybe 5 kilometers is too big, but then again, those are the radius that they tend to focus more into. And most of the cloud kitchen yang ada existing sekarang di Malaysia are located in high density areas where they are higher, where the demographics are more inclined for delivery, or either historically or potentially. So I believe what you should do is number one, assess if this concept is right for you. Because again, what I'm saying is you need to look at your numbers. If having a cloud kitchen versus opening your own restaurant, either in a shopping mall or shop lot, has better ROI for your business, or maybe you have limited capacity in terms of your capex or investment. Again, those are one of the things that cloud kitchen dia punya advantage, because then opening a restaurant in a shop lot will definitely cost more as compared to kalau you buka or sewa satu lot dekat dalam one of the cloud kitchen. So those are one of the advantages of cloud kitchen that I can see. And once you do that, I believe that you can scale effectively, you know. And I would like to remind our viewers that as merchants, if you want to be a tenant in one of those, I don't think I believe you should shop around, look at where you want to target your business, and then decide accordingly if it's right for you or not.
So you're saying that well, you have to definitely do your own survey and also, but then in terms of location-wise, the coverage is like from 3 to 5 kilometer radius. That will be a possible coverage that you won't cannibalize first and second outlet, which is nearby, right?
Yes.
Yeah. All right. So I think so back to Patrick. So probably before COVID or the pandemic, your most of our delivery sales, we are not QSR like Anwar's brand. So Secret Recipe is also not. Well, maybe it's fast casual or casual dining. So how many would you be able to share? Like how many percent of your contribution in terms of food delivery, in terms of percentage ratio versus during COVID and now? Is there a significant change or behavior or habits of the purchasing powers of the consumers?
Okay, sure. Okay, untuk sharing untuk kita punya delivery sebelum, during dan selepas MCO, so kita sudah ada 3 MCO lah, so kita boleh track so far macam mana performance dia. Apa yang kita lihat sebelum MCO memang delivery ada, tapi dia punya trend memang kurang strong lah ya. So kita about 5% of our overall sales lah untuk delivery bila kita kerja dengan food aggregator seperti Grab lah. Then lepas itu MCO, orang tak boleh dine in, dia tak boleh datang, kita boleh lihat trending mungkin 40 sampai 50% lah. So sebenarnya untuk kita ini memang susah bagi retail operator. So kita kena pay rent, kita ada banyak overhead, dan bila kita jual dekat food aggregator, dia punya commission juga tinggi. So memang tak sustainable lah kalau move on like that. Tapi kita lihat lepas itu MCO buka semula, kita masih ada cabaran seperti dine in lah, ada SOP, kita tak boleh fill up restoran kita seperti dulu. So kita lihat customer behavior juga dia berubah. So sekarang daripada 5% kepada 40-50, sekarang kita ada 20% lah macam ni. So dia ada, orang kata new normal lah ya. So dari bawah, atas dan bawah again. And customer sekarang dia memang biasa dengan delivery sudah, sebab during FCO mereka pergi cuba. And dengan food aggregator ini semua juga ada banyak promo. So customer memang attracted lah to try. Tapi I would say sekarang kita kena jagalah kita punya food delivery, sebab ini part of our major part of our business sekarang. Macam mana kita buat packaging, macam mana kita make sure food is delivering to our customers in a good condition lah. So that's a challenge juga. Satu challenge yang kita lihat lah dengan lebih banyak food delivery, especially certain outlet, bila ada dine in, then customer tunggu lama sikit lah. Sebab kita same time ada banyak delivery. So same crew ada banyak delivery, same customer. Dalam dine in dia lihat kita busy tapi tak tahu busy apa lah. Mengapa tunggu begitu lama lah, actually busy dengan delivery. So kita kena tahu macam mana manage this lah, yeah, as a brand. Yeah, so these are some of the things that we notice lah.
Yeah, I think we have some questions from the viewers. So maybe one of the questions just now, Patrick has already addressed. Post-pandemic, what will be the take for delivery in terms of usage of cloud kitchen? Probably we go back to Cik Anwar. Yeah? One of the first question asked was actually cloud kitchen. If we set up cloud kitchen, is it like benefiting or enriching or give more benefits to the food aggregator platform to help us deliver? Is that something that is the correct thinking that we are looking at, the trending, what is currently, and probably sharing your experience of KFC? Do you engage with, I'm sure you do engage with the food delivery platform like what we do, but you also have your own delivery riders as well. So what will be the challenges between using your own and also using the aggregator platform?
This is a tough question. Yes, I'm in the opinion that the big two of the food deliveries are here to stay. Again, seperti GrabFood and Foodpanda. And unfortunately, there are different views in terms of how people view GrabFood and Foodpanda in terms of their commission and whatnot. But I think saya nak tengok dari sudut pandangan lain pula. Is that I think there's pros and cons for everything. And kita boleh tengok juga dalam F&B world, F&B scene, not just in Malaysia but overseas, right? And maybe overseas is a lot more easier to compare because there's a lot more competition, especially in the food delivery segment. But in Malaysia, unfortunately, Grab and Foodpanda are the two biggest ones. But then we have smaller players, but then again, it's not as big as the bigger two. But then again, I believe that there should be a mix. Post-pandemic, I want to continue a bit to what Patrick mentioned is there will be a normalization, especially in delivery and takeaway segment as dine-in open. But then again, it will still be a huge chunk of our revenue mix coming in from these segments because I believe what I saw Grab ada keluarkan report yang publicly boleh Google juga couple weeks back where they did a survey on certain demographic, I think youth like 20 to 30, 40 years old, that more than 80% of them will still continue to use delivery for food even once the pandemic has subsided. So ni semua trend yang pada pandangan saya yang sama, not just in Malaysia but all over the world. It's the same trend. So to the question where kalau kita akan see these delivery aggregators go away or not, I don't think it's such an easy question to answer for the time being. But as a business, I think we need to analyze what is best for us. If you ask one party, maybe one brand, maybe that brand will say that kami lebih selesa menggunakan our own delivery riders versus aggregators and so forth, or kami lebih selesa menggunakan Shopee Food or Asia Ride versus the big two. So ultimately it depends on what you want. Please note that there are certain challenges if you choose the different players that they're out there, right? Because not all of them offer similar commissions and similar services or similar range, So I think that question needs to be asked internally within your own brand and see what you want. Because apa yang saya tengok untuk usahawan-usahawan kecil, especially if our viewers, kalau ada yang you are not big brands but you are interested more about food delivery, saya juga ada kenal usahawan yang alhamdulillah perniagaan mereka naik selepas going with Grab or Foodpanda. Maybe margin dia orang lagi sikit, tapi they will never have, mereka tak akan dapat that kind of mass market share or exposure if mereka tidak go with Foodpanda and Grab. So again, it depends on your perspective. And I think that's a really important point that we need to look at,
Okay. So thank you Anwar. I think secara rumusan apa yang Cik Anwar cakap tu, it depends on your planning. Kalau you nak guna, actually in a cloud kitchen you boleh guna food aggregator platform ataupun you boleh guna local vendors ataupun you boleh guna delivery sendiri. It's up to you. So back to Patrick, I understand you have your own SR Go. So is that also combined with that they can also place order from that platform? Is it possible?
Correct. So dengan SR Go, customer kita daripada app membership loyalty app, dia boleh pesan delivery lah dengan kita. So ini satu benda yang kita mau control sikit lah. Kita tak mau semua delivery pergi kepada aggregator saja. Sebagai brands kita rasa ini satu benda yang penting lah. Untuk have some level of control di mana customer juga boleh order dengan kita dekat SR Go. So dekat SR Go kita ada promo yang beza dengan apa yang ada dekat Grab dan ada dekat outlet jugalah. Dan customer dia boleh dapat points juga bila go through SR Go lah. So this is something that we thought is very important to make sure that at least some of the delivery business, kalau apa-apa happen dengan aggregator, kita masih ada kita punya sendiri punya app lah.
Yeah. So I think that is one of the way that we can innovate our delivery or cloud kitchens deliverable using our own website, own apps
Betul.
to deliver products to your consumer. But then of course when we do that you need effort. Otherwise nobody will know also what is SRGO. So how do you actually promote SRGO to the consumers out there?
Okay, kita ada beberapa cara kita promote. Number one, kita boleh buat through kita punya social media lah. Kita advertise banyak dekat social media tentang app baru ini dan dengan all the rewards that you boleh get lah, 50% off dengan slice cake. Dan juga specific promotion kita buat at the start to make sure customers want to try lah. At the start, macam kita ada promo, delivery, free delivery macam ni just to make people try. Dan kita kerja dengan kita punya ambassador Awal Ashari lah, to help us promote. So various channels lah, dekat outlet juga staff kita promote untuk mendapat lebih banyak awareness lah. Dan kita juga lihat dia punya growth juga show positive lah, quite positive movement lah in terms of the channel lah, untuk ini. So various kind of marketing budget we do put in lah, sebab kita kita rasa ini sustainable lah. It will continue going on lah. Ini sudah menjadi satu habit customer dekat Malaysia lah untuk delivery.
So ada tak kemungkinan SRGO itu platform SRGO juga akan pada masa depan akan berkolaborasi dengan jenama lain untuk menjemput mereka mempunyai produk dalam SRGO that mereka boleh order sekali, ataupun apakah perkembangan masa akan datang yang mungkin Patrick boleh
Okay, boleh. Untuk improve kita punya membership kepada next level, kita rasa collaboration memang satu benda yang penting lah. Di mana kita boleh leverage kepada customer brand-brand lain yang mungkin dia potential secret recipe customer bila kita collaborate. So bila mereka dapat membership points, apa yang kita boleh buat, mungkin these points boleh guna untuk redeem produk-produk daripada brand-brand lain lah. Tak semestinya F&B punya benda, can be anything retail. Di mana kita boleh leverage and collaborate dengan brand-brand lain. So mungkin daripada mereka punya loyalty, dia boleh redeem mungkin a whole cake for secret recipe. Sebab one of the good point working with us, kita memang dekat seluruh Malaysia sudah lah. 330 outlet, semua negeri pun ada. Mau redeem sebuah cake dan semua luckily lah banyak orang support kita masih untuk cake kita. So it's something very practical lah, as a gift. So we can work with different brands on how we can collaborate with each other to leverage on each other's customers and market and promote for each other lah.
I think everything is possible if we try lah. So for Cik Anwar, actually MFA ada membuat kajian kepada ahli-ahli MFA tentang pandangan tentang cloud kitchen, tapi kita mendapat reaksi yang berbeza. Ada yang menyatakan mereka berminat tapi tidak tahu sama ada ia akan membuahkan keuntungan atau tidak. So apakah pandangan Cik Anwar, sama ada cloud kitchen ni memang boleh make money or it will be how do you look at it?
Alright. In my opinion, pada pandangan saya, concern ni valid. Because bila ada konsep baru or trend baru in the market, not consumers, business owners, usahawan, especially yang tidak beberapa tahu tentang konsep ini akan ada keraguan, which is normal. Not just in cloud kitchen, but I think in any businesses. Several years ago, untuk saya ceritakan sedikit, it's the same thing with food delivery as well. Untuk pengetahuan tuan-tuan dan puan, 20-30 years ago, food delivery in the US pun tak begitu besar. Even kalau you can look it up, go and Google. Dulu delivery Domino's Domino's US adalah yang pelopori delivery pizza in the US, and one of the few quick service brand yang adopt full on delivery. But brands such as McDonald's, Burger King, Wendy's tak ada langsung delivery. This was 20-15 years back when I was in the States. Tak ada delivery. Sangat terkejut. But if you go to the Middle East at that time, or the delivery segment is a lot more mature. So what I'm trying to put out here is all the concept, the concerns are valid, but it is because maybe the concept is misunderstood, or people is still new that kita tak ada experience on it, which is normal, because as I mentioned earlier, in Malaysia this concept is new. Like maybe in the US it's much more mature. In the Middle East also it's a bit mature because delivery is a lot bigger there, so they are used to it. Amerika dah biasa. So tapi di Malaysia ada agak baru. So apa yang penting untuk usahawan, untuk franchisee especially is macam saya nyatakan tadi is do your research, do your own feasibility study, which is not hard. I have dealt, or even at the personal level, as I mentioned, KSR tak go to that path, but at the personal level, from someone who has experienced cloud kitchen industry in the US and the Middle East, that you can go to all these cloud kitchen, pergi ke company-company cloud kitchen di Malaysia, Klang Valley itself, and ask them. They will tell you the fees, the structure, apa yang perlu dibayar, and you can do your own assessment. Daripada situ kita boleh macam untuk start apa-apa perniagaan, betul tak, business. Kita buat paperwork, kita buat strategi kita. Do our own analysis, either if this is profitable or not. Now, to the question if it's profitable or not, it depends. Again, on what is your path or intention that you want to get from embarking on a cloud kitchen strategy per se. If kalau you as a business person ada limited capacity in terms of resources for capex or investment, perhaps cloud kitchen is the best option for you, because the investment that yang you perlu are definitely lower, because macam saya jelaskan tadi, cloud kitchen model has evolved. Macam dulu maybe it's just because delivery only. Dulu orang tak tahu kat mana. Sekarang cloud kitchen not just delivery, ada yang take away, ada even dine in as well. Dia sediakan tempat dine in. So it has evolved and it's still evolving. So kita boleh, as a business owner, kita boleh identify what is best for us. And once you identify that, I think you can decide for yourself if it's the right choice for you. And again, what I have seen in the market in Malaysia, saya nak berterus terang bahawa macam saya jelaskan tadi, it's not for everyone. Some, when they perform the analysis, they said, okay, cloud kitchen is not for me because XYZ. Some would say, I ada brand, contohnya sate brand, I nak masuk ke Bukit Bintang area. There's a cloud kitchen in Bukit Bintang area. Kalau I buka, try to sewa a shop lot in Bukit Bintang area, it's almost impossible, right? The rental rate there is expensive and you tak ada tempat. But if you enter a cloud kitchen, it's basically ready to fill in, So there's pros and cons for everything. And I think as either you are usahawan, current usahawan, or you are eyeing for to open up an F&B in a cloud kitchen, do your due diligence. And if you are a franchisee and franchisor, I think number one, if you're a franchisee, my advice is, what I've seen is, you can talk to your franchisor. I mean, if cloud kitchen is the best way for you to grow, I mean that's I don't think that's something that I can advise, because again, ada tertakluk pada perjanjian franchise agreement and so forth. But then again, create that conversation where kalau you as a franchisee talk to your franchisor and say, hey, cloud kitchen ni kami boleh ke buka kami punya franchise through cloud kitchen? You never know. Start that conversation. And if you are a franchisor looking into to see if cloud kitchen is for you, I think do the feasibility yourself, and then make that decision, either if you want to go on your own within the cloud kitchen segment, or maybe you can have a win-win situation with your potential franchisee if maybe they can go with a cloud kitchen format. I don't know. I mean, there's something that's up for discussion, and I think, and that's not something out of the norm because baru-baru ni kalau tuan-tuan boleh Google juga, Reef, REFF, boleh Google, is the largest cloud kitchen company in the US. Wendy's, kalau tuan-tuan kenal, Wendy's dia macam Burger King, McDonald's, will open up almost 300 to 400 stores within the next 5 years with Reef itself. I'm not too sure, saya tak pasti itu untuk semua corporate own or franchise, but definitely the potential is there, you know. Kalau ada sesiapa cakap the cloud kitchen is not for franchise, tak ada impact pada franchise ini, to me it's incorrect. And TGI Fridays as well in the US are going into cloud kitchen, similar with Reef. So I mean, those are some examples lah, contoh where I believe, which is why I'm advocating for cloud kitchen. As I mentioned, not for everyone, bukan untuk semua, but kita perlu ada our own initiative and feasibility study to see if it's right for us or not.
Alright, so thank you Cik Anwar. I think Cik Anwar punya jawapan tu ada maksud tersirat dan tersurat. So you have to analyze, I think do the financial flow through, then you will see whether the products or the brand that you want to do a cloud kitchen, whether it's feasible or not. So back to Patrick, we still have some time. Maybe what do you see in terms of the future of cloud kitchen? Do you think that that's sustainable after this COVID or after this new normal? So do you think that cloud kitchen will still be, we know now banyak cloud kitchen yang ditubuhkan sejak kebelakangan ini, so banyak lagi yang akan datang. So do you think that is going to be sustainable?
Okay, saya rasa cloud kitchen akan semakin kompetitif lah ya. Memang bukan senang. I mean kita kena upfront lah ini. Sebab ada banyak company yang datang, dia memang ada banyak funding punya lah ya, dari investment companies, private equities, di mana mereka can spend. Tapi untuk usahawan lokal memang susah sikit lah. So maybe saya boleh bagi sikit practical advice lah. Ya, so tengok macam untuk you punya capital, untuk you punya risk appetite lah. Ada beberapa format di mana ada yang mereka dia build cloud kitchen dan you cuma sewa one part of it lah. So sini mungkin you tak perlu keluarkan begitu banyak capital dan you boleh cubalah bekerja dengan mereka. But of course memang ada pro and con lah. Sebab kalau you tengok macam journey kan, dari customer sampai delivery sampai rumah, at the first part already customer semua digital semua. You kena ada macam mana mau order, you kena ada app Foodpanda, delivery kita buat sendiri kena. Tapi bukan semua orang boleh invest macam ni. So mungkin you kena tengoklah, kalau you mau kerja dengan partner, ada yang mungkin lebih murah punya, you boleh kerja dengan teknologi partner. Then even simple punya apa yang some businesses dia cuma buat through WhatsApp, dia ada close relationship dengan dia punya customer, dan dia tapi susah sikit lah, of course. Then ada format di mana you boleh, dia sudah bina cloud kitchen dan dia franchise you punya brand masuk. So dia akan buat makanan semualah, everything. Dia cuma ambil you punya brand, tapi you kena share dengan dia resepi lah. So itu satu risiko, kita tak tahulah macam mana. Tapi mungkin you kena sign NDA. Tapi ini lagi less investment. Mungkin dia bayar you royalty, dia guna you punya benda lah. Dan you boleh masuk tempat dan you tak pernah boleh masuk lah. Seperti Ana share macam pergi Bukit Bintang, sana sewa gila. So this one of the way lah, as another way. Ada lagi mungkin you mau how to say manage your risk. Mungkin you buka retail. So you sudah ada retail business, tapi belakang you buat cloud kitchen jugalah. So this is some practical ways you can do it lah. So tapi kalau you mau bina sebuah cloud kitchen, you guna app, memang susah. It's quite a interesting thing lah. You tengok macam people like Damakan, dia rebrand, dia memang full on cloud kitchen dengan production, tapi dia rebrand menjadi pop meals dan sekarang you tengok mereka buat retail. Tapi mereka still very technological and delivery. So you kena observe market lah. Mungkin I think the best is ada sikit blend of both. Sebab retail you boleh dapat footfall dan oleh senang sikit untuk promote you punya benda lah. So this is some of the practical ways you boleh look at ni lah, especially the local usahawan ya. Yeah. Then after that untuk delivery pun you kena fikir lah, takkan you mau buat delivery sendiri. Memang banyak pening punya kalau buat delivery sendiri. So kalau you boleh work dengan food aggregators, tapi dalam app juga you competing against other people in the app, in the Foodpanda or Grab. So macam mana mungkin you kena faham algorithm dia, macam mana letak you punya brand lebih atas lah, so orang boleh tengok lebih banyak. Mungkin sometimes you kena advertise dalam app juga. So all these things you have to take in consideration. Atau kalau tak, you boleh kerja dengan 3PL lah. So ada bukan Grab saja, ada yang macam Lalamu, for Mr. Speedy macam ni, you boleh kerja dengan mereka lah. So tapi kalau sendiri memang susah sikit lah. Yeah, kena ada banyak partnership. So this is my advice for delivery.
Okay, I think that's a very good advice, and also different, kita boleh tengok banyak format ya sebenarnya cloud kitchen ni boleh digunakan, dilakukan. So masa pun kita dah almost sampai, mungkin satu amanat ataupun last word from Ciano. Anything yang you nak kongsikan ataupun advice atau about cloud kitchen lah. So to all the viewers out there. Yeah.
Alright. Pada pendapat saya, the cloud kitchen trend will not go away. Dia akan berterusan selepas pandemik. Because as I mentioned, cloud kitchen ni bukan sesuatu konsep yang baru. Tapi pandemik ni accelerated, buatkan lagi mainstream. So it will be here to stay. Mungkin di Malaysia kita tak nampak perkembangan cloud kitchen as compared to US or Europe, because unfortunately market kita kecil. But kalau saya tengok dari perspektif ASEAN ya, Asia Tenggara, where banyak cloud kitchen ni dia growth where there's a lot of high density areas, contohnya macam di Bangkok, di Jakarta, di Vietnam, di mana populasi mereka lagi banyak dari Malaysia, lebih daripada 30 juta, di Indonesia 200-300 juta kan. Jadi dia akan lagi berkembang di urban areas yang di mana kepadatan penduduk tu is much more ketara. So again, I do not believe that cloud kitchen will go away anytime soon. In Malaysia, pada pendapat saya, there's still growth, but not as much as what I have seen in other markets in Southeast Asia, and definitely in any new trend or business, there will be a normalization in terms of maybe nanti ada yang buka and tutup, ada yang buka tutup, or maybe merger ke maybe acquisition. So that is normal, and we will see that throughout in Malaysia and also Southeast Asia. So that's the cloud kitchen industry in general, and I really hope that pada viewers yang ingin tahu more about cloud kitchen, again, do your research, reach out to the existing cloud kitchen, because as I mentioned, it might not be for you, but at least you look into that option for growth for your business. There's no harm in looking at it, at least, you know, because what I have seen is cloud kitchen ni, it provides an opportunity for some people where, as Patrick was saying, you have limited investment and you senang market entry to certain areas, you know. And I have seen that, you know, ada kenalan saya from the industry where sebelum ni mungkin jual gerai je, tapi dia nak scale up dia punya business, dia masuk cloud kitchen, dia masuk satu, lepas tu dia pergi another cloud kitchen, dia masuk lagi satu. So the business is there, you know. So that is provided because adanya cloud kitchen. Kalau tak ada cloud kitchen, mungkin usahawan kecil tu tak dapat scale up the business. So again, there's pros and cons for everything, and I hope that para viewers semua can do your due diligence, and hopefully we will see more growth in this industry moving forward.
All right. So what about you, Patrick? Last words from you. Anything that you want to share or is there a new development path for secret recipe
Mm.
for 2022?
Okay, so for secret recipe, kita masih invest lah dekat delivery, tapi kita juga expand dengan retail jugalah. Kita still believe in retail dekat Malaysia. Malaysians are used to going out, they enjoy dia punya meal, to dine in, and banyak location masih for us to expand lah. Then in terms of cloud kitchen, I think you kena tengok lah untuk semua teknologi like Anwar say buat due diligence, tapi something I just want to emphasize, jangan lupa you punya core product juga kena bagus lah, don't forget about that. Okay, sebab kalau you punya produk bagus, orang akan come to you lah, that's the most important thing. Kadang walaupun tak tahu teknologi ya, saya tengok during pandemic benda yang bagus lah, orang still go out and line up and go for it lah. So kalau you punya core product tak bagus, you ada semua teknologi juga tak penting lah. Orang tak order sebab dia punya experience dengan it is not good lah. So remember to always focus on your core product also lah, besides all the technology. Yeah.
All right, so I think that sums up the discussion for today. I think Patrick also covered one of the questions from the viewers just now, whether an unknown brand, whether it's suitable to go for cloud kitchen or not. I think it's very subjective, but I think cloud kitchen will be always another format of business that you can actually couple with your existing conventional business to make it worthwhile for investment, also to expand to space or location which is more strategic or more needed in terms of delivery. So I think it is always a possible ways of expansion mode or development path for any brand. So it's not whether sustainable or not, but I think it's a development path for a new ventures that you actually have to take the calculated business risks that you need to have. So thank you so much, Patrick and Anwar. So I think if you guys still have any questions on Cloud Kitchen or any related F&B issues, can always contact Malaysia Franchise Association. We will always have a lot of industry experts here to share their knowledge, also some of the concerns that we may have. Thank you so much. See you guys again. Thanks. Bye-bye.
Thank you, Derek.
Thank you,
everything.
Derek. Thank you.